Okay. Okay. Hello, guys. How is everyone? Okay, I'm going to go to the comment section. Welcome, welcome. I have put the question of the day here. What are the top three needs we have as humans? Okay, so just whatever your personal needs are, you are welcome to put them out here. So thank you, Sanika ji. Welcome. So need is a very subjective topic. Exactly. You got it, sir or ma'am. Sorry. MS. Okay. So nice topic needs to have this kind of discussion in such situational time. Yes. I think COVID has brought us all to our brass tacks, and it has, we have come down to the basics, literally, physically and metaphorically, because COVID has put that stark contrast between what is actually needed and what we really keep pursuing all the time. Okay, Sukita ji, how are you? The weather here is actually great. And like MS, I also feel like weather is a subjective matter. I mean, of course, it is. If it is constantly raining like for 100 days in a row, that's a different thing. But I feel like weather might be a state of mind. I like to think that, okay, it is always bright and sunny in my mind. That's what I think. But I'm sure you're asking about the real weather. The weather is bright and sunny here. Um, okay, so Praveen ji, hi, welcome, welcome. Jai Shri Ram, Satish ji, how are you? Okay, so the topic of the day, once again, I'm flashing this here. Please let me know what you guys think about it. What are the top three needs? What are your top three needs? Usually, what are the top three needs of us as humans? What do we desire? What do we need? What do we want? Of course, there is a difference between our needs, our wants, and our desires. I want to start with a story here. Uh, okay. Wow, nice. UK. I'm sure a lot of my friends are, you guys are from India. Somebody is here from UK. Chandrakant ji, hi, welcome. Minta ji is from California. Satish ji. Okay, so here is the topic of the day, which is again, once again, what are your top three needs? I'm talking about needs, I'm not talking about wants, and I'm not talking about desires. Okay, so there is a difference. Need is like the most basic needs for us to survive. Like, what do you think are your top three needs? Even if you go, so I'll start with a story. When I came here 2 decades ago to America, I was reading in a very famous book, and then I started observing all around me that America was a place where even cars had homes. So all these garages, big garages with all these big cars, and I was just fascinated because space in India is so little, and we have to be very conservative about how we use our space and everything. Right here, it's just acres and acres of land and all these gigantic homes with big garages, and that's when I understood that even cars have homes, means all these garages are literally homes for these cars. Then suddenly something started happening. As the years went by, I started observing that a lot of people were actually not using their cars to park, not using their garages to park their cars inside, but the garages were now getting full with all kinds of things that they were trying to, get for themselves or for their home or something like that. So it was the garages pretty much are now full, and an average American now spends $80 on a month on storage, buying external storage units so that they can save all their stuff. So I keep thinking about what is the need of acquiring so much that you cannot even fit it into your home, that you have to buy storages to put stuff inside. So it's just so confusing. So um, how we are, how we keep on acquiring, and what is the point of all this? So that is the topic of the day. So again, what are your top three needs? What do you think? I think Satish ji speaks for all of us when he says this: money, money, money. Yes, money gives us options. Absolutely, money is a need. Okay, so three Three needs are all money, Satishji. Okay. Okay, I hope the universe will hear and like grant your wish. Um, Hi, Palomi, how are you? Hope you're well. Okay, Palomi, good morning. Okay, so Sharmila ji says, okay, so cleanliness, knowledge, and health. Okay, so we have to talk about the knowledge economy also. And I want to talk about the use of knowledge in the 21st century. I think that is a very good, interesting topic because what we have to show the difference between knowledge, wisdom, skills. There's a lot of difference, and how we can unpack it, and what is really going to be important for our children going forward. Because we are not going to be hired for what we know. We are only going to be hired for what how we can analyze what we know. So that's we'll talk about it in a workforce related topic later on. But Shabla ji, cleanliness, knowledge, and health. Okay. So Ashish ji, how are you? Okay, the only three satisfaction. Okay, only three satisfaction, peace, and good health. Okay, somewhat. Ashish ji, you're like me, a little bit more philosophical and getting to where even I think that these are like the most basic brass tacks. Just down to the just clean up everything else in the world that you have acquired. These are the things that will ensure your long term fulfillment. I think this is a great answer. Thank you. Neeraji says, I need education, my parents, and oxygen. Ooh, oxygen. Okay, so it just it feels a little ironical that we are talking about the need to have oxygen, and the most basic has been taken away from us. That is very strange. But Nihiraji, I appreciate your sentiment. Uh, Ashishji, okay, Neelimaji, after a very long time, I'm seeing you. Namaskaram, ela unnaru? I'm fine, thank you. Okay, so again, let's get back to the thing, and I just want to explain to you guys what I feel like. I remember very clearly when. Okay, so let me do this. I'll draw so that you'll can do this. Can watch what's happening here. I'm going to start sharing my screen. It's like something. Just I just want to quickly explain to you how this is going to go. So I remember when I was let me just 1 second. I'll just okay. The internet is a little weak. Okay, so when I was asking my children, I remember back in 2017, 2018, when we are about to go to India, I told my children to pack their bags, and I said, okay, write down a list of all the things that you will need, so that you can. We can all go together and have a good trip and everything, and meet our grandparents, and we'll meet your grandparents, and we'll have a good time and everything. But I want you guys to pack for the trip. So I remember very clearly, I gave my children a piece of paper, and once I went to check on them to see what they have written, they literally, like the next day, I saw that there were only two lines, and one of the first ones was, you might not be surprised actually, internet, and the second thing was phone. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Charge. So I was like, what is charge? So I was thinking about it. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, so what is this charge thing about? Like, what are they talking about? So then I realized that he was talking about the phone battery, and he wanted to make sure that he had that power cord at all times with him. So he had already by that time assumed that he will have a tablet or a phone as part of his, like, his outfit or his body. It was just an extension, so he did not even feel the need to mention it. He just mentioned that it is all that he needed was internet and charge, so the phone battery. So I was like, okay, I was thinking about it, and then I thought, okay, so maybe kids these days, here, what do we need to survive, right? We need our food, the basic needs, as Maslow's hierarchy of needs says: food, shelter, the basics. And we need, our second thing that we need is safety. We need to have the safety and security that we'll be okay. And that is how we will also start learning. Our threshold for learning depends on safety. And the third thing is we obviously want to be felt like we belong. We belong to a community. So why are we here right now? We have the sense of community. We feel like we belong, and we find common ground here. So that's why we are here. And of course, our individual aspects then start. So it is the self-esteem, the self starts, and the self-esteem and the self-actualization, where you realize your highest potential. So all these things go up here. For kids, one second. Okay, so the for the kids of the day today, right now, it feels like internet. The Wi-Fi. Okay, one second. I'll just write Wi-Fi. It's better. So Wi-Fi. There's a lot of memes on the internet that show this now, and battery. So and that is literally what my 10-year-old was at that point thinking that he needed. So if you come down to the brass tacks here, just the basics of what we desire, what we need, and what we want, people, um, there is this comparison trap that we keep getting into. We see that, so earlier we would compare ourselves with our classmates or with our friends who were locally, and oh, they have a nice bag, oh, they have a nice pair of shoes. You have that desire to accumulate that now into your life, so that you feel happy, or you feel like you have achieved something or accomplished something. But nowadays, the comparison trap that we are getting into jealousy, we are getting into selfishness, we are getting into all kinds of negative emotions, because we are comparing ourselves to somebody who is 10,000 miles away, who is owning all these things in their life. So it's just that is the nature of our life these days. And let me see, I just hope you guys, kind of understand where we are coming from here, because sometimes what happens is we feel like we equate. So whenever we have these needs and these desires, we feel like having more choices is like a sign of my freedom. It's the sign of my autonomy. I have all these needs and all these wants, and I can buy all these at the click of a button on Amazon or Flipkart. It means that, look at, like, I have this choice that I can make, and that shows my sense of autonomy, or that sense of freedom. But the reason why, as even on our channel right now, we are doing this back to basics for Sushant's, we are doing all this investigative journalism as the common man, right? So when we think about back to basics, we have to remove that clutter of what we think that society feels like makes us successful, right? We're having a corner office as a CEO or something, or having a big house, or like a bookshelf which is so beautiful, or whatever. What defines us? If all these external things are going to define us, then God help us, right? So okay, so let's see a little bit of the comments, and then I'll continue a little bit, and then you guys are welcome to please join, and we can keep talking about it. Okay, so Nihiraji, I'll just go back here 1 second. So morning, Kapil Mehraji, how are you? So I'll just okay. So three needs. Okay, achievement, affiliation, and power. Very nice. Okay, so Kapil Mehraji says, um, so achievement and power. I'm trying to figure out the distinction. Okay, I think power for yourself, like power, or the power of influence, and achievement is like how successful you are in what you do. Okay, I try to decipher that. Okay, basic three needs: food, shelter, and clothing. We need money, ironically. Okay, yes, but how much is enough is the question here, Niluaji. Yes, and. Okay, Vinita ji, power might be, power, personal power, power of influence. Like, I need a little bit of, power of influence over my children, so that at least they can listen to me. But that power, if it becomes, something that is detrimental to the other person's growth, or something that's when it is questionable. But Kapil Mehraji, okay, achievement, affiliation, power, yes, okay. So Kavita Singh ji says three needs: peace of mind, family and friends, and happiness. Okay. Yes, I actually kind of love this as well, because I feel like again, all whatever you guys are all saying, it is what money cannot buy, really. So I think this we are headed in a great direction. Internal healing to the soul. Yeah, absolutely. Hello, Shanti garu. How are you? Uh, so we need education. Yes, we need education. Absolutely. And I always keep thinking, Nilima see, we can have education, but sometimes if you are not literate, there is a difference between having a good education and being literate. So we can explore that in the education revolution topic that we'll pursue next. Self-actualization, peace, and respect. Yes, absolutely. Self-respect. These follow me, Ji, these fall under the safety bucket because if your self-respect or your dignity is being questioned, you don't feel our motivation is taken away, and we can't grow because we feel threatened. And absolutely, I agree with you. And these are the basics. Absolutely, peace, self-respect. I mean, respect and self-actualization. Self-actualization is the ultimate goal. Personally for me. So, okay, so we need educational knowledge. Okay. Palash Ji, okay. Palash, okay. I don't remember seeing this name, but welcome, sir. How are you? Family is important, job is important, job or business is important. Nilma Ji, you have a lot of ideas. I'm actually going to post the link, one second, and then we can keep talking more. My three things: God is a friend, health, okay, and health, family, kids, and all. Okay, okay, very nice. Okay, I think you're already spiritually inclined. You probably follow Brahmakumaris as well, I guess. I think we had that conversation. Why ain't humanity in the pyramid? Okay. So here, sir, the idea is, Saurabh, when Maslow's created this hierarchy, he said if you're doing your best at any given point of time, if you are realizing your highest potential, you are basically in turn there are a lot of side effects of you living your best version. Basically, you're motivating, you're propelling other people into action, positive action. You are also bringing about change in other people's mindset. So um, it is if you're not your best version, if you're not doing your good job, then it's going to be and if you don't engage in the community in a civil manner, obviously you are not doing the best that you can do for humanity, right? So I think here he was talking about an individual's pyramid needs. So I mean need of I mean, in the form of a pyramid, like the hierarchical structure. So but good question. The it is subtly saying that if you live your best version, you're also going to be helping humanity in a way, kind of a thing, like propelling everybody into action. Priyanka, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Gurpreet ji also says money, money and health. Okay. Okay, so very nice. Gurpreet, welcome. Success in whatever you do, be it anything. Okay, so I also want to do our definitions of success as one of the topics because I feel like what is success. It can get pretty philosophical and deeper when we think about it. Uh, your definition of success might not be anything close to what my definition of success might be. So we can explore that as well. But yeah, you have to have a sense of success, otherwise it's going to be difficult. Three needs are need to keep loneliness away, mental peace, and focus. Focus is all the name of the game here in the 21st century, because we are all very very sadly distracted, addicted all the time, thanks to our devices. So we have to be focus is absolutely the need of the hour, Palashi, and I really appreciate that. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I just want to make sure uh Shanska is about all of this together. Humanity is coming back again. Absolutely, Sanika ji. Yeah, thank you. Yes, and thanks to him, I feel like my eyes are so wide open now. Like there is absolutely no chance that I will go back to living my past life of like this consuming Bollywood like a maniac, just like doing whatever I used to like. All those movies that I used to see, and I'm like, how could I? I keep like screaming into myself, like whenever I think about it. But yes, humanity is definitely coming together once again. There is no doubt about it. It's absolutely. Needs run parallel to our situations. This is exactly a very, very valid point, and the needs are depending on our situation, absolutely. And here, the point, Neeraji, is generally at a macro level. I'm looking at a macro level. I'm not like day to day basis. Pay, of course, I need to get milk from the store. I need to get something from the store. Like I need some things for my basic essential survival today. Sometimes I will have to stock up on things because tomorrow there'll be a lockdown again or something like that, right? So obviously, at that micro level, I understand your sentiment, what you're saying. I'm just saying at a very macro level, generally for our own like mental sanity and our own personal well-being, how do you define your needs? So that's where I was coming from. Neeraji, okay. Sharmila ji, okay. Need good sleep, no mask days back, honestly. Okay. Okay. So I understand your sentiment. I don't know. It's just part of my psyche right now when I'm like going out. Oh, where's my mask? Mask. So I don't know. It's okay now. I'm like learn to live with it. So, Jayesh Mishri ji, health, education, and money to satisfy basic needs from the Gruhat. What is Gruhat? Is this like a document, or I'm so sorry? I'm so I've not heard of this word, I believe. Health, education, and money to satisfy basic needs. Okay. Okay. Health, education. Okay. So we just talked about education a little bit, and health is seems to be generally across the board. First time. Okay, Palaji, I believe so. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate you coming and spending your time here. I really appreciate that. Sukija ji, okay. Delhi say, oh my gosh, how are you, Sukija ji? I always keep wondering how you're doing, especially in Delhi. I hope you're okay. Your family as well. So money, family, and prosperity. Okay, so money, family, and natural byproduct of that might be prosperity. I'm just thinking out aloud, but sure. So your needs are money, family, and prosperity, general well-being. That's what I can see in what you're saying. Saurabh Gupta ji says, according to me, today's world already focuses on power. State brings state of mind, okay. Another thing is money, which again helps to gain power. So same thing. What we lack is really humanity. Again, I think Nihira ji, I think no, sorry, one second. I think Sanika ji was saying that humanity still exists, and I kind of agree with her, sir, because I think uh, generally broad spectrum of the thing, if you see whether you consider the population of India or around the world, the obviously all the good things that happen don't make it to the news, unfortunately, and they are disproportionately a lot more than the negative news. But what makes news? Man's stupidity or Mother Nature's fury, right? Literally, only those two things make news. So that is why we see news like as something that catches our eyeballs more and like gives us a feeling that negativity is more than positivity. But I think definitely, you know, I feel like we still have some scope and we're still doing okay. uh, Pooja Saxena. Okay, one second. I just want to see. Okay. Okay, Pooja Saxena, how are you? Very nice to see you after a long time. I'm doing well, thank you. I hope you're well. Um, okay, so here, and about humanity, you talked, I understand your point, but to debate that, I would say humanity teaches on self-upgrade, power and money and satisfactions. Yes, absolutely. It is kind of a recursive thing, sir. I think, okay, hold on. I just want to send the StreamYard link and then we'll continue looking at this. If anybody wants to join, you're welcome to join. Stop share screen. Okay, so let's do this. I just want to see. Okay. Yes, it is kind of a recursive thing, okay, actually, I'll just still keep this share button, and I want to see. Okay, so I believe that whatever you're saying, I just think that, okay, so self-actualization, like you doing your best, and so I believe that this can be like a cycle in itself, and like the more you develop the self, the more you feel the more you feel good about yourself, as well as the more you are contributing to humanity. I believe this can be a recursive model, and also Like a recursive means it can like keep growing and growing and growing and like becoming big. So the more you know about yourself, the more you do for yourself, the more you are contributing to for your own personal growth and also for humanity, kind of. So I think we both are on the same page as far as this sentiment is concerned. Okay, so I'll just stop here a little bit and then I'll add Sumanyu ji. Okay, hello sir, how are you? Let's get back here to the question of the day. I'll just put it here. So, oops, I'm sorry. I think he got disconnected. It's okay. It's okay. I was a little too excited. And then I abandoned the comments for Sumanyu ji, but he ditched me. Okay, so I'm just kidding. So, Shabna ji, success for me is a sense of fulfillment. Okay, so as long as Shabna ji, your sense of success is strongly, you are rooted strongly in your own sense of success, like definitions of success. That's the game changer, right? Here for you. So that's great. I believe. What is the meaning of Palash? Okay. Yeah, actually, same question here. Palash. Like a palatial home. I mean, the spelling is different, of course, but like palatial home is like a big home. So I don't know if that is related to that. Okay. So Michelle Palma writes, okay, so she writes education, money, family, faith, health, love. Ooh, nice needs. Okay. So in that order, let's see education, money, family, faith. Yeah, you have to have something to anchor yourself in, whether it is a secular faith, whether it is a religious faith, whatever it is, the belief in general basic humanity, in the self, like a lot of faith. Faith can be anything. So I appreciate the sentiment. Okay. So here, who Bollywood bought Bollywood, I'm more entertained. Okay, freeze them, G. Okay, so freeze. You are okay. Whenever I say G, I keep forgetting that you told me not to say G. Okay, so I'm more entertaining. Yes, absolutely, and I'm still amazed that after the 5-hour marathon session this morning, which by the way, it's. I don't even have words to say because it's just heartbreaking at so many different levels. But I really appreciate your time, please. So macro level pyramid. Yes. Just the pyramid is not macro, but the question. Okay. So let me see. The question that I have here is generally on a macro level, like a 50,000 square foot view. What do you need? What do you need? For your to survive and thrive. So what are your needs? So that was the question. Okay, so Vanaprastha. Okay, so Jayesh Mishri ji says for Vanaprastha's health, the satisfaction with whatever you have, little practice of pratyahar. I think I know pratyahar ka meaning. If Jayesh ji can say, I'm not sure. But Vanaprasthas, yeah, I think at that age, JSJ, I'm not sure if you fall into the Vanaprastha age, but health, satisfaction with whatever you have achieved or accomplished, and whatever you have right now in your ecosystem, just being happy about it. And a little bit of practice of pratyahar. Pratyahar is like giving. No, maybe any one of you can answer. So Sanika ji says, right, grahast, it may be different. Yeah, grahast, it may be different. Yes. Oh, did you mean grahast? Okay. Oh, okay. So for grahast, you were saying that. Okay, I see that. Okay. Freeze is our MJ. Okay, but he needs to show us some moves. Otherwise, how will we believe it? So he's saying grahast. Okay. Archana, thank you. Saying grahast means married life. Okay, so okay, thank you for that. I did not connect to that there. Okay, something to love, something to look forward to. Absolutely. So Sharmila, this is what I do. Monday morning, I keep thinking about all the things that I have to look forward to, whether it is something for myself or something for I'm doing with friends or with the community or in the community. And this is one of the sessions that I feel is so fulfilling and enriching for me at a personal level. And what I, can get out of all this and contribute and all as well as contribute. So that's something that I also make notes of, and that gives me immense gratitude. And that is one of the things that fulfills me so much that all my other materialistic needs look so shallow in front of it. So I really appreciate that. Sorry, I was feeling, yes, it's humanity. Um, Gurpreet ji, I think, I mean, I don't see. We cannot really comment on anybody who has their food choices the way they have. It's up to everybody who. It's a sensitive personal topic, especially food and everything. So I'll just not go there. Um, Okay, Nitro. Okay, welcome, welcome, Nitro. Okay, so Pooja's needs are travel, peace, and money. Okay, so you want to travel. Okay, I know, especially now when you have this need for travel, I can, especially when we all feel like we are pretty much immobilized. I feel that this is, yeah, I'm sure. Palash is the name of a flower. Okay, okay, fantastic. I did not know that. That is very nice. So flower is, so are you like the, so flower, I'm just assuming it is the name of a guy by how it sounds, but I might be wrong. Okay. So when you enter sannyas ashram, okay, so you're labeling all the ashrams that we have to be in. Okay. So health, peace of mind, and mon. Okay, related to the containment of Indriya. Okay. So Indriya Nigrahan. So I think that's what it is, Sannyas Ashram. Okay. Jayesh, I don't know if you are about to enter into Sannyas Ashram, but okay. So Ushmaji. Okay. Ushma Mall. Ushmaji, welcome, welcome. Sumani ji, hi. Sorry, I think your internet cut out. Yes, sir. So do you have any comments on your
Yeah,
talk?
yeah. Actually, I was disconnected because of my internet connection, but I hope now it's better.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, just want to have a very quick question. Actually, I
Yeah.
want to say that as per the topic, the basic needs of our life is like food, shelter, and clothing. So I want to ask here is that I mean, whenever if it's like we are having some personal growth, and with time our expectations with life also changes. So do you think we should stick to the very basic necessities of life, like food, shelter, and clothing, or we should be, I mean, give some, I can say, like our interest should change with our personal growth and development. And in, as you know that in the current times we expect that our life should be luxurious, and we should be having some lot of luxuries in our daily life. So do you think that that this particular life we should expect, or we should directly stick to the basic amenities of life like food, shelter, and clothing, and we should be happy with that? I mean,
Okay.
what's your suggestion
This
in
is
this?
awesome. This is awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. So I think let's do this. 1 second. Just share. And 1 second. Let's do the Chrome tab. Okay. So that is a great question. I think actually, okay. So here, the reason why I picked up this topic back to basics, kind of like what do we actually need, is trying to understand with clarity what we actually need, and then from here how can we propel ourselves to personal growth. So this is in fact the most essential thing, to try to understand the clarity with which we can just operate. So if we know that, see, why do we start? So I'll tell you a concept of American individuality. So American individuality means, oh, I'm wearing a pair of Nike shoes. Oh, you're wearing a pair of Adidas shoes. Oh, you're wearing a bunch of just regular store brand shoes. Okay, so that defines my individuality, right? But the point here is, if you understand with clarity that this branding, this whole thing is something that has been created to make us a consumer. By no means I don't want you to have a luxury. I want you to have the most luxurious life as possible. But is that, my only question is that your definition of a luxury life, or are you getting infatuated by somebody else's lifestyle and you want to replicate that? But at the end of the day, materialism is trying to pursue something that is not going to last forever, thinking that it will be an everlasting thing. So it will give you everlasting joy or something like that. So that is where I'm trying to get to. Especially, so here, if you say that, okay, let's say the basics, okay, you have, if there is if there is a person in a slum area in Mumbai, if I say that, Arey yaar, why don't you aspire for awesome, great things? You have this unbelievable potential in you. If I say that, okay, how do you think that person will respond? Because right now, usko $2 per day kamane ke liye, he has to do so much of, you know, uh, physically intensive labor and get through the day, right? So uska basic needs they are not been met. So he is not able to even propel himself to think bigger because his survival ke liye he is struggling. So for us, thankfully for those of us who have the food, shelter, and clothing taken care of, it is our chance to shine because everything else like brands. Okay, so I'm going to what we are doing here is we are just accumulating in the name of luxury. Okay, so I want to have this luxury, I want to have this Deepika Padukone, I think, was wearing a 3,000 rupee mask. When I was asking my children who are in Bangalore, some of my students that I teach in Bangalore and Delhi, I was asking like, "Arey, yaar, mask ka kitna cost hai?" And they were like, "Auntie, it's just 25 rupees." And I'm like, 25 rupees versus 3,000 rupees, right? So I'm saying कि यहाँ पे if 25 में जुगाड़ हो सकता है, you get a mask, खत्म करो वहाँ पे basic need and like think bigger, like think greater things. So that's where I'm trying to get to here. So I'm happy that you asked this question, Suminyo, because you are going to clarify a lot of misconceptions that people might have based on what I'm trying to say. So I really appreciate that you asking. But here, when you propel yourself, so I'm just saying here that there is a distinction between how the society wants us to be a consumer of all these things in the name of luxury and branding and like I have this beautiful vacation, I'm going to do this and all these awesome things, but at the end of the day, are they really in your best interest? Or we have the latest and the greatest phone. So somebody was telling me in India, one of my students, he was like, oh auntie, no, if I have to buy an iPhone, I might as well buy a new laptop because you know the cost is the same. I'll get a very nice laptop for the price of a phone. But what has iPhone become? It has become a status symbol. So people would rather buy an iPhone to show like, look how woke I am and look how great I am, to instead of, you know, just, so that's where I was trying to get to. um, so I don't, by any means, I don't want you to cut down on whatever you want to aspire, because desire is going to be a motivator, right? So we cannot not
Mm.
have desires, because we'll be like, everybody will become a sant and like Hari Om. So that's not what the point is. Yeah.
So you mean that we should, I mean, desire and try to achieve, and not just restrict to only the basic necessities. Rather, we should, if we are, I mean, if we are getting happiness by achieving these small luxuries, not very big, I can say. If we are happy with the small luxuries, then we should go for them.
See, my goal is to make $5 billion, and I want to 2044. May I'm going to get the Nobel Prize. That is my goal. Okay,
Okay.
that is a desire that I have, and that is propelling my action every day. So here, yesterday, I was reading some news that broke my heart, that Bill Gates was trying to influence somebody to get the Nobel Prize or something like that. And I was just feeling so bad. You know, that is also a desire. Nobel Prize, winning a Nobel Prize is also something like, you know, people think that it is a status symbol and all that. So it is a very sad thing. But I want you to define what your success is, and check box that only for yourself, not because other people will consider you awesome or anything. And I want the $5 billion, obviously, because I can use that money to make a larger impact than what I'm already doing. So it's up to you what you define your you know, what will give you peace and fulfillment at the end of the day. So that's here
I
the point.
understand. And one last thing I want to ask, that in case though I prefer to have some achievable targets. I mean, my dreams and ambitions are not that high, but which are unachievable. But the point is that in case some targets, if I am planning to reach somewhere after 2 3 years, and by chance if I am not reaching there, or I'm not achieving what I am planning right now, so in that case I most of the times be like, oh man, I missed it, I lost that opportunity. And I mean, that thing impacts my daily routine also. So how to cope
Okay.
with that situation in case I mean, my I am unable to achieve my target.
Okay, so I'll tell you, sir. I'll tell you about goal setting. We can do like an extensive thing, but I'll just digress here. I think people will be okay with us digressing a little bit here from the topic. But basically, okay. So here you have made a goal that this is where you want to achieve in 2 years. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's do this. So this is where your target is. So here is again one some of my beautiful drawing skills. This is Sumanyu, and he is here. He's trying to aspire for something. He has this vision that he is going to do all these great things in 2 years. Of he thought that this is a reasonable time frame that he has given himself, and he is going to achieve this. Yes. So now what happens is reality hits close to home. You are here because of circumstances, because of your own lack of motivation, or your own procrastination, your like a lot of circumstances that led up to, like literally the deadline is looming, and still you see that in the 2 years whatever your dreams were, like all the list में जो भी है वो नहीं हो रहा है, वो नहीं होगा. Okay, that's what has happened based on your own uh, some of it is your own doing, and some of it is obviously circumstances led up to that. Here from here, so let's say I had big targets, for example for myself last year. I was going to be, you won't believe, uh, so I was going to have my school in 4 different locations. So that was my goal. Okay, abhi the state of affairs is like this, sir. Right now the state of affairs is I have an only, my school is only operational online. Okay, so forget this entire thing, that dream never realized. Okay, so here I am right now with a completely different reality right now, which is I only have an online presence. Okay, but here is what I do. I do two things. I do two things, Sumanu. Whenever my reality is completely different than what I have aspired for. First thing is I take stock of WWW. So WWW is what went well. Here, literally, what went well was I am alive. Okay, I am here. I can still, I can still aspire to dream something. I, you know, literally ground up, like nothing. So I'm still alive. My health is still there. I can still aspire to dream something bigger than whatever those 4 locations are. You won't believe it. If I look at the reality right now, I'm teaching in 20 different countries, which would have been impossible with only those 4 locations. So something good has come out of that, right? So right now, I want you to spin that story of your current reality with what went well. What went well? Something must have gone well. You must have learned a truckload of ideas, and you might have already gathered all this experience, which is invaluable. Something money cannot buy. Right? There's so many things. I'm sure if you write down the list, what went well. I have I have 1,000 things that went well in spite of my dream being shattered and I losing almost all of my life savings. Okay, but here I am alive, ready to dream bigger. So there is a statement called, I'm sure you know Andrew Carnegie. Have you heard of Andrew Carnegie? He's one of the biggest developers, real estate developers, and biggest business men in America that lived in the 20th century. So he says the best thing that can happen to a child is him being born in poverty. It means when you are the poorest, when you are like in the depths of not having the success that you want, out of that you can rise stronger and better and bigger. So the regret, so there is a Telugu mein there is a saying, I don't know how to translate it correctly like in English, but I'll try. Chita, chinta is chita. Chinta means regret, right? That worry is chita. Chita ka aag jo hai, it's like uh, uh, all these cremation may it burns, right? Like the body burns. It is like that, right? Like chitta You should not have that worry of regret. Otherwise, it is going to stop you wherever you are, and it's not going to allow you to move forward. So that regret of you, array, I had all these plans, nothing happened. ठीक है, नहीं हुआ, क्या करेंगे? I'm here, I'm alive, I'm ready to charge ahead. So that is just a little bit of reframing our reality. Because what is the alternative, Sumanyu? We can always sit here and just feel bad about ourselves. Like, what is
Exactly.
the alternative? Yeah, right. So yeah, I just want you to reframe your current reality with www and what went well. How can I propel forward? So please,
Right,
good luck.
right.
I want you to dream bigger and better than whatever your dream was, and like I'm sure you will chase that and achieve bigger than that. So
That's, yeah, I got it. That's pretty well explained. Thank you so much, and I
that,
hope I'll try myself that I'll follow the WWW rule in case I won't achieve. Yeah, that's very, I mean, really nice example. Thank you so
thank,
much. Thank
thank you,
you.
thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just stop sharing a little bit here, and I will go to. Okay, one second. Let's see. I can. Okay, so here. Okay, sorry guys. I think I missed a bunch of things. Okay, if anybody wants to join, I'll just post this again and I go back to the comments. Sorry, a little bit of digression there, but if somebody is not able to cope with the regret or that worry of not being able to chase what they want or anything, I just wanted to just stop there and talk about it. Okay, so here I'm back here. Okay, yes, according to your age, Jayesh, Miss 3G, yes, thank you. Okay. So now when you started talking about needs, I was checking my economics book differences between needs and wants. Okay. Okay. So yes, there is a difference between needs and wants and desires, and it is what need is absolute survival, right? Like what do refugees need? They need peace of mind. That is the reason why they are like just traveling and like getting out of their homes that they know all their life and like moving on so rapidly. So that's like something, yeah. And wants is something that after your survival, basic survival is met, like what do you want? Like what do you want? What do you aspire for? What do you desire? So desires and all those. So the G is here. Okay, so roti kapda or makan. Okay. Uh, yeah, it changes with age, time, and situation. Absolutely 100%. And Om Shanti. Okay, so freeze is 43 still single. Should I become a sadhu or am I new age guru? Okay, so yes. What? So 43 is still single. Okay, so here again this definition of see at 43, based on whatever your lifestyle and your situation and how your own personal life has evolved, you are where you are, right? So whether by definition of society, you should have had a child by now, you should have had a great big home by now. Like all these things are again definitions of what society, all our cultural brainwashing does to us. So, but what is uh, if you are contented, if you are fulfilled, if you are peaceful with wherever you are, I guess you have already arrived and you are a new age guru. So uh, I think so. Nihira, you're using your economics book, so I don't know if you are younger than Freeze or not, but there's some conversation going. Pooja success. It's better to be single. Yes, believe it or not, people are so disenfranchised with marriage, with children. They're not getting married. They're not having children. It's a different world we are living in than when I was a teenager or like when I was 20. I've just entered Vanaprastha ashram, but teach yoga for years, trained over. Oh my goodness. Okay, Jayesh Mistri ji. Wow. Body and mind aligned. So we have to listen to you. Absolutely. Vanaprastha. That is awesome. Okay. Uh, that's okay. Uh, Stick to what you have. In 20s, it beats just fine. Okay, there you go. You guys are so funny. Okay. So needs are never going to end until you're dead because the living person wants more, nothing can satisfy needs. And yes, why should we not have any desires or needs or anything? Because as long as you're not trampling on anybody else's right to live or like their right to freedom or anything, you're welcome to desire whatever you want, I guess. Um, and So here, the achieving a sadhu even for everything while being married, you can connect God while being married also sadhu and run into the forest. Okay. Shanti ji is giving some valid ideas. Okay, the serious method. Okay, so better simply to just accept actually possible because sometimes you accept nothing is perfect. So one you're going to get perfect in life. So no one is going to get perfect in life. Okay, so Archana, see. Again, okay, so for everything, people will accuse me of picking things apart and talking about it. But my thing is, again, perfection may definition, yaar. So you're a fan. One second. So you're the idea that okay, so things will always not work out in our favor always, and things will not be perfect in the end. That is absolutely a valid point to be thinking about. And yeah, financially, personally, and sometimes you just have to yeah, it's okay. So one second, I'm just think okay, let me just move a little bit here. Okay, traveling is giving more happiness than marriage. Okay, you guys are okay. Sweetie, I see somebody here. Okay. Sweetie More Agarwal. Okay, welcome from Facebook. Okay, so I need Bollywood free India, international free Bharat, 302 for SSR. Very good establishing the frame of mind of us, SSRI and Sharnaji. I think that is awesome. Uh, Kids are born into rich families. Kindly tell me how I can fulfill my needs. Okay, so Palash ji, can you just put your needs once again? I'm a little belong is where you fit in and you can have and reflects you and gives you life meaning. Okay, very nice. Yes, Sukija ji, I saw that your friend joined, but what about you? You joined and you left. Okay, so here again, once again, the question of the day: what are your top three needs, so that it can help? So, as Sumanyu was saying earlier, should I just stick to my basic needs or should I aspire for more? Right. So the idea is when you address your most underlying needs, that is on which you can propel yourself forward. So that was the whole idea of this discussion. Um, okay, so that's a little bit about that, and let's go to. Okay, so yeah, we usually focus on what went wrong. Yes, we always focus, unfortunately, on what went wrong, not on what is happy and good. Okay, so just wanted to address this a little bit here. Continuing my monologue from earlier, if there is nobody who wants to join, I can just say this and just, this can be my closing comments and we can leave. Here, the idea behind hyperconsumerism and techno materialism, these are the two words that are being thrown at us from the past 10 years. There is an urgent need to also address this because hyperconsumerism is in America right now, we are 3% of the world's children. 3% of the world's children, but our children have 40% of the world's toys. So you can imagine that we are raising them that array kuch nahi hoga, just oh, you want this baby, okay, click on Flipkart, oh, click on um, Amazon, and 1 day shipping, 2 day shipping aa jayega ghar mein and you can play. Literally that toy, that bacha will play with it for like, I don't know, like half an hour, 20 minutes, and then that's it done, right? So what are we raising our children on? What are we doing as far as teaching them the values of material wealth acquisition? So that's one thing that I would like for parents, especially for parents or people who care for any children under them, who mentor them, to think about. uh, so the other thing that as adults we are doing is something called techno materialism. Techno materialism is as of the last decade, as of last decade 2020 tak, we had just Americans who are sitting on $35 billion of unused technology. So it means you buy these devices, you buy a GPS, you buy this flip phone, you buy another phone, you buy every 2 years you keep upgrading your phone. Like all these $35 billion worth of techno materialism we are involved in, especially in America. And I can see that even in India, the commoditization, like consumerism, has gone up a lot. But the idea with this is, as I was telling at the beginning, our garages are so full with all these boxes that are still unopened. Why does it have to come to that stage? So that is the question. And what is the point about talking about all this is we are going to get into decision fatigue, which is going to lead us to like, oh, we have all these things now. I have to dust them, I have to clean them, I have to take care of them. I bought two cars, now I have to clean them, I have to do what is this? We are only keeping up with cleaning and taking care of the things that we are acquiring, not focusing on something that we can aspire to do better, right? Like, how can we improve the quality? Like somebody was saying, knowledge, like education. Why are we not focused on the things that money cannot buy? So I'll just add Priyanka and I'll continue later. Priyanka, hi, welcome, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. What are you thinking about the topic?
It's great. And the question which was there, how, what are three important needs,
Yeah.
top three needs? According to me, my top three needs are food and a job.
You're a little bit breaking up, sweetie. I think uh I think you're a little
Hello.
bit breaking up here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey.
So there are few things which I want to do related to my career.
Okay, okay.
So I want, because COVID has really taken a toll on everybody's career. So I have to strengthen that. Then I want to sharpen my skills in my pistol shooting also.
Ooh, that's awesome. Okay.
Yes,
So,
I have been practicing, but because of COVID, everything is closed. So academy is also closed.
okay.
Uh,
So here, if you think
and
about the solution rather than the problem, here you are. I'm sure you are doing a lot of things in the background, uh, except then physically that pistol shooting practice. You can do a lot to manage your own mindset. You can prepare yourself in different ways to get ready for when the things will open up to get literally sharper at your skills, right? So the second thing, okay, so you want to, did you say you wanted to upgrade your job or get a job? What did you say? Sorry, first one.
yes, I have been doing two things actually. In COVID, I planned about my business also. So let's
Okay,
see how it works out.
that is awesome.
Because COVID has taught a lot of things to everyone, that you should have a second plan in your mind all the time.
Yes, a backup plan, because nothing that we planned will ever work out. So it is just amazing.
Yes,
Yes, yes.
yes. And what I believe, and as per my intuition, there will be recession in uh, private sector for coming next 2 years because of COVID. Salaries will
Yeah.
not be that great for coming 2 years. What I feel.
So it
So
is.
you
It
have
is
to have.
possible. Yeah, yeah,
Mhm. So you have to have a second plan in your mind, so that you have a little earning. And third
absolutely.
thing is develop yourself, which is very important. So that is my third need, because
Personal
COVID
development.
has really taught me how to develop myself. Like, do
Yeah,
to I actually forgot creativity. I left creativity.
yeah,
I was in a very busy industry also. So
yeah,
during the COVID time, I started lot of new things which I forgot somewhere.
yeah, yeah. That is amazing because,
So
and that, see, that is what a lot of parents are like. Oh my gosh, you're teaching coding to 5-year-olds. Wow, how can you do that? Like they don't need coding and all that. But the point is, instead of consuming, like how we were consuming before we started creating, right? What is the alternative if we are not consuming? The instead of children playing the games that are out there, how about they use their brains to create? So that is the whole idea, right? And creativity is the opposite of consuming. So it is a great thing that you are And creating will also lead to whatever you're saying about your own personal development, right? You can also create a brand, you can also create your own website, you can also create showcase your skills on YouTube. Like you can do so many, there's so many areas of creating. So, and that is beautiful that you have identified these as your needs, because these needs will keep you occupied and motivated for your next phase of life. So that is a great segue that you have laid out for yourself.
Last statement, Rachna ji. I have my own personal laptop, but since I used to work and I was a trainer, so I always got a laptop from my company also.
Yeah,
So, and then what we used to do on laptop is like something which is related to my profession. I was
yeah.
a trainer. I used to touch PowerPoint. I was
Mm,
in Excel. I was in Word, or
yeah,
the softwares which are given by the company. Like some of my role was in HR also, so attendance software and all. So I was not able to explore laptop.
yeah,
I never had time.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like people do in phone also. They edit their videos and all, and they do lot and lot of other things. So
yeah,
I'm exploring my laptop also, like how to design a website. So it's
yeah,
very
yeah.
interesting also.
There you go. See,
Yes.
no offense to anybody who are suffering, who is suffering here in COVID or anything, but I always think that losing my business and COVID happening and all this was the best thing that happened to my own personal life, because it brought a lot of clarity for me. Because okay, so nothing matters. This doesn't matter. What I was thinking about my own business, like nothing matters, right? Like no. So what really does matter? Like okay, so I'm alive, I can use my creativity, I can still learn a few things and like try to develop and like pivot and do something else. And maybe you losing your source of income and your revenue has made you stronger in a way that you want to do something else with your own creativity, and now you have time to pursue all those new skills, which is awesome. And I think we can always sit and like feel bad about what has happened, but it's time for us to move on and do awesome things. That's great. Priyanka, good luck, and thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I'm
Gurpreet ji.
leaving. I'm leaving now. Yeah.
Okay, you're welcome to stay or leave, whatever you want to do.
No, I'm leaving
Good.
now. Okay,
Okay.
bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you. Gurpreet ji, how are you?
अ,
Hello.
बहुत बढ़िया मैडम, आप बताइए कैसे हैं सब?
ठीक है.
जी,
How are
जी।
you, sir? What are your okay, so let's put this out question again. What are your top three needs? What are you doing?
मैम, मैं हिंदी हिंदी में बात करूँगा मैं,
Please, please.
ठीक है? मैम,
Yeah.
मेरे हिसाब से मेरी जो 3 चीज़ें हैं, जो मुझे
Mhm.
ज़रूरत है जिनकी, वो सुबह से लेके शाम तक बदलती
Yeah.
ही रहती हैं।
Uh,
मूड के
uh,
ऊपर सबका वो मूड, एनवायरनमेंट और जो चीज़ें मिल
uh,
गई हैं, उसके हिसाब से चेंज होता रहता है वो। लेकिन
uh,
उन 3 चीज़ों को पाने के लिए जो चीज़ आपके पास नहीं है, शायद सबसे
uh.
बड़ी ज़रूरत भी वही है। समझ रहे हैं ना? मतलब उन 3 चीज़ों को पाने की सबसे ज़्यादा जो ज़रूरत है, जिसको सबसे बड़ी ज़रूरत मेरी वही है। और मैं
Okay,
कभी
this
उसको
this
लेकर डिफाइन भी,
हाँ डिफाइन नहीं कर पा रहे हो.
और मैं
Okay.
डिफाइन कोई नहीं कर पाता ना। आज मैं खुश हूँ, शायद मेरी 3 चीज़ें अलग होंगी वो। थोड़ा
Yeah.
टाइम के लिए पैसा मिल जाए, शायद वो पैसे की जो ज़रूरत है वो खत्म हो जाएगी, उससे और चीज़ आ जाएगी। लेकिन मेरी जो रियल चीज़, जो 3 चीज़ें चाहिए मुझे, 3 हो सकती है, 1 हो सकती है। उसको पाने के लिए जो चीज़ें कम हैं, मेरी ज़रूरत उस चीज़ की है। हुँ। अब
That
थोड़ा
is a
फिलोसफर
very,
होता हूँ।
very well said, sir. Yeah, no, no, that is, see, the whole point of this discussion was to try to encourage ourselves to like to think. See, as you were saying, this thinking is so meta right now, right? Like, so what do I need, and what do I need to accomplish that, right? Like all those things, right? So very well said. Yeah.
जी। और
Uh,
एक और चीज़ है, जो
yes.
मेरे से मेरी बहन ने एक बार ऐसे गलती से बात करते-करते मुँह से आया था उसके, ये मुँह से बोला था उसने, गलती गलती से। वो दोबारा
Uh,
से कभी उसको सवाल नहीं किया, सवाल ये पूछा था कि भैया आपको ऐसी क्या चीज़ पता करनी पड़ेगी कि जिससे आपको ये पता चले कि आपको क्या चीज़ पता करनी चाहिए?
आई मीन दैट आज से वो 10 साल पहले उससे पूछा था, आज भी इसका जवाब मेरे पास नहीं है कि मुझे वो क्या चीज़ पता करनी है, जिससे ये पता चले मुझे क्या चीज़ पता करनी चाहिए। वो मतलब वो क्वेश्चन जो था लिटरली अगर आप किसी से पूछा जाए ये सब चीज़ें अगर, कोई
या
जवाब नहीं होगा किसी के पास।
नहीं, ये तो अभी मेटाफिजिकल हो गया ना, मतलब पूरा
जी,
लाइक व्हाट एम आई चेजिंग एंड हाउ डू आई नो व्हाट आई एम चेजिंग, लाइक इट्स जस्ट
जी हाँ,
ऑसम.
वो सब ये रहती है और यही चीज़ है और मेरे हिसाब से मैम ये जो मैं सुहान ने बोला था पैसा, पैसा और
या
हेल्थ,
या
इनके अलावा चौथी चीज़ जो है वो मेरे लिए एग्ज़िस्ट नहीं करती है,
हाँ,
जैसे मेरा
एग्जिस्ट नहीं
मानना है।
करती.
हाँ, नहीं करती बिकॉज़ मेरे पास अगर अच्छी हेल्थ होगी तो
हाँ
डेफ़िनेटली मैं हर चीज़ मैनेज कर सकता हूँ, अपने साथ और बाकी चीज़ों के साथ भी। पैसा रहेगा मैं हर चीज़ कर सकता हूँ और दुखी भी रहेगा अगर तो मैं खुश कर सकता हूँ, मदद कर सकता हूँ। लेकिन मैं खुश रहूँगा, सामने वाला दुखी रहे, पैसा ना रहे मेरे पास, मैं कुछ नहीं कर
हाँ.
पाऊँगा।
I don't know, Gurpreet ji. I'm not a huge fan of money and health. Maybe money, a little bit of belonging, because uh, love or belonging. So let's say आपके relationship में आपकी sister का relationship, like both of them in that context, uh, if you don't see your existence in that context as a brother or like as a partner or like as a father or like whatever it is, I feel that relevance रहेगा नहीं, मतलब that's what my personal thing is. So I would like to also in my needs, that is what one of my needs is, like I want to have a sense of belonging, like I'm here because I have this community. Right now 22 people are watching this, like we
जी,
are all a community. I want that sense of belonging to anchor me somewhere. So I mean, it's just me. So that's where we might disagree a little bit.
जी हाँ मैम, हक मैं भी शायद आपको पर्पल रंग पसंद हो, मुझे पसंद ना हो। वेरी करता
Okay.
रहता है चीज़ें, बहुत सारी चीज़ें वेरी करती रहती हैं। बस यही है कि मैं वही बता रहा हूँ कि कभी भी मैं इस चीज़ को डिफ़ाइन नहीं कर पाया। हाँ, लेकिन 3 चीज़ों की बात की जाए, मैंने मनी, मनी इसलिए बोला मैंने
Yeah,
कि एक मनी तो वो है जो मैं कमाना चाहता हूँ,
yeah.
एक मनी वो है जो मैं देना चाहता हूँ,
Mm,
तीसरा
mm,
जो है
mm,
वो है हेल्थ।
mm.
अगर हेल्थ नहीं रही मेरे पास, ना मैं लेके कुछ कर
Mm.
पाऊँगा, ना देके कुछ कर पाऊँगा मैं। तो
Right,
मैं
right.
वो
Okay. In your top three, do you have a dog, Gurpreet ji?
जी हाँ, गली में बहुत सारे हैं। हुँ,
Sorry. Okay, I have a dog, so I keep wondering. Okay, so nahi to नहीं, and see, I think that is how you have defined. आपने वो जो top three needs बताए हैं कि that is your top three need, and maybe as you said, the second need of money that you want to give so that other people are like, they're
जी,
meeting their basic needs, and that is where your sense of belonging comes. So I think that's great. Yeah, as long as you have identified what drives you, I think that's good enough. So
जी,
thank you for
जी,
coming, and yeah.
जी।
Anything else? You're welcome to hang out here. I'll just look at the comments.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Okay, let's do. So here, oh, comments. 1 second. I just want to see. Okay, so 1 second. Correct my statement. Okay, Palash. Yeah, so Palash, I think, let me see if I have Palash's message now. Okay, so to keep away loneliness and mental peace and focus. Okay, so Palash, I just want to address this a little bit here. Uh, Okay, so Nihira ji, I just saw this. Okay. Okay, so let's see this. Okay, so to keep my loneliness away, mental peace and focus. Okay. So Palashi, so what is your needs, right? How do we address these three? So one of the main things is focus. If you understand, okay, actually, you know what? Let's do a side board here. 1 second. I will write down these so that I remember and stay on track for these. Okay, so here, let's see, what did you say? Loneliness and mental peace and focus. Okay, so let's see. One is loneliness, peace, focus. Okay, so everything, if you are able to, I think I'm addressing Palashji right now. So Palashji, if you can understand for everything, if you can visualize the end result. So end result may, for example, you want to take focus. So focus may, you want to stay focused because you want to stay on track for your goals. You want to, stay on track for whatever you want to achieve without getting distracted. But if you understand that we are all a product of our distractions right now, if you understand the bottom line that technology wants us to do is stay hooked onto our devices as much as possible, right? Without getting distracted from the devices, that will boost up their bottom line. But if you understand that that is bad for us, if you understand that not having focus, not staying on course for our paths, for our goals and desires, what will happen is we will not accomplish and we'll stay stuck somewhere here without achieving our goals fully, and focus our, because our focus is taking a hit. So if you understand the reason why we do what we do, so again we can go deeply into this. Why are we not usually focused is because some of my children in my class, so we learn all these teaching modules and we understand that children come with a lot of baggage into the classroom. Either their parents are divorcing, some children are hungry. You won't believe it, some of my children actually, in poorer neighborhoods, when they sign in, I can see that they are hungry. They might have been feeding on some junk food or something and they come to the classroom hungry. So you have to address all these needs. So why are you not being focused? So if you can try to understand the root causes of that, sometimes you have to make focus sustainable, and I have written about it extensively on my website. I'll put the link here down if you want to go and understand that. But focus has to be sustainable, and actually I can do an exclusive thing on focus as well. We can talk about focus and how to make it sustainable as well. Sometimes we are hungry, sometimes we are moody. We let our moods decide what we want to do. So we have to understand the root causes of why we are lacking focus. Okay. And then you said mental peace. So what is taking away our mental peace right now? So for example, I will tell you what takes away from my mental peace. What happens is I see pictures of people who are, now I saw this picture on the, let me try to pull it up if I can see. It is one of the pictures. Oh, 1 second. I even bookmarked it on Twitter. Hold on. Because it can be a constant reminder. Okay, so let's see if it is right here. This gentleman here. How can I show this tab? Okay, so open image in new tab. And can you see this one now? Okay, let me try to do stop share screen and I'll show you something, Palashji. Okay, Chrome tab. Yes. So I saw this image on Twitter and it immediately took away my peace of mind. Even now, it just takes away my peace of mind. Because these are the kind of images I saw. I saw growing up, right? So you have to try to understand what takes away your peace of mind. So you have to understand that what is keeping you away, what is stealing that. Try to understand that and try to address that. So here, when I see these kind of pictures, it takes away my peace of mind. But I think that, okay, so what can I do in my own capacity that can help people like that? I go donate. I try to, reach out to people in my own community in Vijayawada or something. I try to help people there. I'm trying to do my best, right? So that you're mitigating that lack of peace of mind for you. So you have to do some actions to be able to, as Gurpreet ji was saying just now, what do I have to do to fulfill my desire? What are the things that I need to fulfill my desire? Again, there are, it's like a recursive thing. So what do you need to do to get your peace of mind? So you have to think like that. And then again, the first topic was loneliness. Okay, so loneliness, maybe we have done an exclusive episode. I believe it was 1 second, let's see. I'm going to post this link over here if you want. We talked about it extensively last time. Loneliness. Okay, episode 10 May. Okay, sorry, 1 second. I'll just post this here for those of you who want to see that episode here. Okay, I just posted it. I believe my internet is a little broken. I apologize for that. Okay, so I posted that episode on loneliness, and you're welcome to see my opening monologue and my closing comments, Palashi. And you have to do something actionable to be able to mitigate these three things. Okay, so you have these needs to keep these things away, right? How can you do that? So you have to get action oriented and do things that will help you reach that goal. Okay, so these are all actionable things that you have to do. I hope I addressed it a little bit here, but we can go extensively into that when you want. Okay. Basically, aspiration, your greed, your thoughts. Okay, yes, exactly. So, soundscapes, one of the things is when does that need become a greed? So, that is where I was trying to drive to the whole topic here. Is this need really yours, like your basics, so that you can start functioning in a better way? Or is it the greed that you have acquired or adopted based on society's definitions of how you have to live? So that is the whole point of the conversation. Unless, exactly. So, okay, so Gurpreet ji wants to, Priyanka ji, please see if Priyanka, I'm not sure, but I will try to send this message to her. Thank you, Gurpreet ji, for your offer. And I think she can find you online on Twitter as well, I think. So, yeah, thank you. Okay, so Jayesh, Puranas have explained it. Yes. Yep, needs keep changing. Yeah. Okay, so simplicity is profound, understood value, and less is more. Yeah, absolutely. Less is more. And that is exactly where I'm going to go to in the closing comments here, Soundscapes, that the more, if you want to achieve more, you have to subtract. That is the basic essence of life. Even though it might feel a little contradictory, that is true. Um, that is awesome, Gurpreet ji. What is your topic of expertise, and is it how to use internet or Gurpreet ji?
नो नो जी, मेरा है ऑनलाइन जो डिजिटल मार्केटिंग होता है
Okay.
शुरुआत से स्क्रैच से, कि इवन क्लास 10 का बच्चा भी मतलब जो टॉप के डिजिटल मार्केटर से बैठा के सिखा सकता है उनको।
That is
इस
awesome. Digital marketing. That is awesome. Okay, great, great, great. Thank
जैसे
you for
कि
that.
आप प्रियंका मैम को ऐसे चाहिए था, वेबसाइट सीख रही हैं वो, मैंने कोर्स में
Yeah,
इंक्लूड किया, वो सीख सकते हैं। इवन अगर जैसे प्रियंका मैम का अगर एचआर का एक्सपर्टीज है, अगर उनके ऊपर
yeah,
वो मुझे 2 आवर्स की वीडियो बना के देंगे, अगर वो बेसिक से
yeah,
एक्सपर्ट लेवल का एचआर का, तो जितना वो साल भर में कमाते हैं, जो
yeah.
उनकी अर्निंग है, शायद उससे ज़्यादा वो 1 वीक में कमा लेंगे इसी से।
That that is awesome. Yes, yes, yes. And the power of the internet is, yeah,
या
amazing. And YouTube is also where 86%, excuse me, 90% of people are consuming content now. So,
जी।
yeah, great. Thank you, Gurpreet ji. Okay, so last year's COVID, accept the change is constant and that you have to adjust. Yes, absolutely. And follow me. If anything, COVID has taught me, it is the power of spontaneity that you cannot just keep planning forever, and I should just, yeah, act. My top three needs. My top three needs for tonight are prawn, pulao, gulab jamun, and ice cream. Sorted. Tomorrow is another day. Okay. Okay. I hope you are enjoying, please. Rely on our hands. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So nothing is in our hands. I don't know. We are going to have to talk about that at an extensive level. Palomi, I don't necessarily agree with that. Health is important. Yes, yes, exactly. So if we say that my dog's name is I'm saying my dog's name is Rachana. My dog's name is Yogi. Yogi. So thank you, Pulumi, for asking. But here, see, the same two sentences, right? Nothing is in our hands, and health is the most important. Health is also, so health is in our hands, right? So like that, please let's start taking ownership of whatever we are doing, because I'm sure you just said it in a passing way, but obviously, yeah. Um, yeah, won't be happy. Happiness is a different topic, completely a very big topic that we have to talk about. Definitely, that we'll take that up. What is happiness? Also, we'll do it. Okay, Neeraji says very nice, Gurpreet ji. Unhappiness is more common than happiness. Okay, so let's do a happiness session as well, because I think there is some kind of a misconception about what happiness might entail. Okay, Jayesh Mistry ji, enjoy your Vanaprastha ashram and hope to see you again. Okay, so okay, so soundscapes again. You make it a PG-13 for me here. Palaji, thank you for your eyeballs again. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so time to wrap up. I'll just put some closing comments here and thank you, everybody. Okay, so here is the idea, right? So why is the topic about materialism so important? Why do we even have to talk about this topic? It is very simply that materialism, what is it? We acquiring all these things is simply expecting the everlasting from the never lasting. Yes. So let me just do this, hide a little bit of the comments here. Okay, so I just put this up here. Okay, so what is materialism? It is expecting the everlasting from the never lasting. So the reason why we have to teach, so there is child psychologist called Madeline Levine, and what she says is materialistic kids and materialistic people are the ones who end up growing up as adults. Those are the ones as children will end up having lower grades, higher rates of depression, and they abuse all these things, thinking that that will give them fulfillment and satisfaction and happiness, because they keep thinking that, oh, celebrity ne 3000 rupee ka mask pehna, maybe acquiring that will give me happiness. So all these things are misconceptions that children will get into. And uh, okay, so even if you don't remember any of this right now, the point is, how does a life of clarity look like? How does a life of clarity look like? I think Soundscapes was saying this. Less is more, because if a clarity of a life of clarity looks like this, when you, in spite of, instead of being more, being supermom, being a best homemaker, being the best friend, or being everything, instead of doing more, instead of having more, what we will do is we want to give more, because we see that inherently we are just so full and contented with whatever we have. We would want to give more. So that is how a life of clarity looks like, because at the end of the day, decluttering our mental space and our physical space is the only way forward for us to understand what really matters and what will help us propel ourselves forward. So here, I want to leave you with this thought. If you want to, radically simplify your life, okay, radically simplify your life and take away all this fluff on it, just imagine COVID has taught us one thing. What do you want right now? You just want to go and hug your mom, or you want to go and hug your dad, or you want to talk to your best friend and just reach out to her and give her a handshake or something like that. That is the most basic thing that we want right now, right? So for what do we need? At the most basic thing is, you subtract all the things and look for the health you have, the roof over your head that you have. You already have everything you need to start propelling forward. You don't imagine somebody running out of a burning home. Imagine somebody running out of a burning home. What will they take with them? That is the thing that I'm talking about as basics, right? You can survive with whatever you have right now if you have the will and the desire to propel yourself forward. That is the whole idea. And attitude is golden. You might have like a great place to live in. You're one of the richest persons in the world, but if you have a shitty attitude, what can you do about it? Like, there's nothing good that is going to come out of you. The other thing is, a life of clarity looks like this: expectations. Because if you have expectations, I'll tell you a very simple thing. I went to the beach recently, last month. I had this, I told my son hey, please bring my chappal also. I just left it there. And he just took his chappal and he started running away. And I was thinking, the whole 10 minutes that I was on the beach, supposedly observing the beautiful sunset, I was only thinking about how dare he not bring my chappal? How dare he disrespects me, right? So that is the expectation that I had, because of which I missed the beautiful sunset. So a life of clarity is where you are understanding the most basics that you need to preserve your sense of calm and well-being, so that you can propel yourself forward. So at the end of the day, what I was just telling Sumanuji, what went well, thinking about all the things that have happened to lead you right now to the point where you're responsible for everything that you have done in life, you know, and starting from here on, good health, positive nurturing relationships, and the most important thing that I need is a strong, sustainable purpose in life. Those are the three things that I need to ensure that I am willing to, live a life of service. So, what are my needs? Uh, I need my physical and my mental health, positive, nurturing relationships around me, and a strong, sustainable purpose so that I can motivate myself to move forward. Okay, so that's all I had. Let me see. I just, if anybody wants a takeaway or two, I can suggest that please. Uh, one thing, one thing in your house that you haven't seen or used in the last 6 months, if you can donate it, discard it, or just dump it, okay, that will be awesome. So just that is a starting point. That will be like, that will mark the beginning of you living a life of clarity. Just that takeaway, I'll give a takeaways for all of my children in the classroom, so I'm just doing that. So just discard, donate, or dump one thing that you haven't seen in the last 6 months. You always think that, "Arey, mujhe ye chahiye hoga." Ending me, you might need it. I might need it sometime. But just one thing, if you can, discard, donate, or dump, that will be awesome. That will be like your path forward. Again, my top three needs are, if anybody wants to make notes and just think about their own needs, just right here, right now, I'm grateful for my physical and my mental health. I'm grateful for my positive and nurturing relationships that I need to anchor me in place. And I have a strong, sustainable purpose that will motivate and propel me every single day out of my current reality. Okay, so I'll just check the comments, and I really appreciate those of you who are here. As always, it's very fulfilling and nurturing for me to be here in your company. I appreciate that. And okay, so let's see. Okay, so money has nothing to do with happiness, except the ability to silence the money doesn't matter. That is true. That is true, Sanskrit. So that is, see, the most essential basic needs actually in reality don't have anything to do with money. Okay, because at the end of the day, if I don't have a positive, nurturing relationship, if I cannot hug my grandmother, if I cannot have a conversation with my father, all these things have nothing to do with money. And but it's okay. People who have money as one of their needs, as their top priorities, do so because of a reason. It definitely gives them options to do whatever they want for their other needs. So it is to each his own. It's okay. Um, that what's on that miniature? Miniature chair. Oh, okay. Okay. So 1 second. Where is? I keep forgetting where it is. Okay, this side. So this one is just one of my very good Korean friends gave me this chair, and this one is my cards, my business cards. I mean, these days I just email people my business card. There's no real need for, but I just got. This was all pre-COVID, right? I got 500 cards, excuse me, 1,000 cards printed out. So I have to live with that junk now. So that is reality. Thank you, Sanika ji, for hanging on. You were at the beginning and even now. I really appreciate your time. Okay, so yes, follow me. You were saying that nothing is in our hands as far as the pandemic is concerned. Okay, so it's just a little. I know you personally, and we have a very good relationship, and I know your sentiments. So I was just a little confused. Okay, I appreciate that. Yes, absolutely. Okay, follow me. Thank you for clarifying that. Donate, discard, dump. Okay, thank you, Neera, for taking me on my word. Okay, I don't. Oh, you don't understand the difference. Okay, okay. So discard and dump. Okay, okay. So really, there is probably no technical difference here. Discard, donate, dump. Okay, so let's do this. Donate and discard. How about this? I reframe the whole sentence and I just say donate or discard. How about that? Thank you for catching me. And what about my presence, RNS? And what about your presence? What about it? Okay. You are always welcome on my show, and we can talk. Is that what you're talking about? Sanskrit. Technical difference there is there. Okay, okay. So what is it? Neera, thank you. Yes, yes. So, okay. So one more minute and we can leave. And thank you everybody who is here hanging out with me. And it's pretty late in India, so please retire those of you who are tuning in from India. And thank you everyone from around the world. Again, I'll see you guys next week. Until then, goodbye. So let's see. Donate is a good way to go. Okay.